All right, welcome to the Philly Fox and Danny D Eagles podcast, Phillies edition. That's the star of the show, Philly Fox, and I'm your host, Danny D. And we're coming to you from the Ed Bobko Memorial Studios in beautiful Morristown, PA. All right, take it away, Philly.
We'll start with the offense because it's been hot and cold, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, and mostly cold, right? I mean, it's super hot in that one game.
Well, yes, they were facing Brian Elder. Like, no one knows who that is, but it's still.
Yeah, but we'll take it. That's okay. Sometimes you need a game like that to get the offense rolling, except it really didn't, though. I mean, if you take the previous series, they didn't do that well, and then they coming into this series, they didn't really score that many runs. Luckily, the pitching is doing super well.
Oh yes, Ranger won us the game today, 2-1, but
right,
because 2 runs isn't going to do it for you all the time, though.
Oh no, if we didn't get a great outing from him, we don't win that game. We don't win that game. What else you got?
Because I'll go into pitching because we're talking about Ranger and
right.
stuff.
Yeah, to run right into the pitching on that. Pitching's been excellent, right?
Well, yes, even the game they lost, they lost 1-0. Like, I felt bad for Ranger that he got the loss, you know?
Yeah. I mean, even in the losses, the pitchers have been doing really well. It's just the offense, and thank God some of the guys are keeping it going right now. But we just need to get it going. But we still don't have Harper, right?
Well, yes.
And there is some bright spots in the offense, right?
Well, particularly Otto Kemp, like he had another RBI today. And
sure, automatic, right? Yeah. And there was a little bit of, he was in the news a little bit this week, right? With the making comments to the press that he doesn't want to be a rotational player. He doesn't want to. He wants to play against lefties and righties. He claims that that's what he was told, and that's why he was brought up. And then when Rob Thompson was asked about it, of course, Rob's going to say the right thing. Rob's going to say, well, of course, we want our players to want to play every day, right? We want them to want to be on the field. But, of course, he would rather that he had maybe not said it in public and kept it in-house.
I can say he's earned the right to play every day, though, the way he's been playing.
Yeah, he has. And, and maybe this turns out to be a good thing because he is continually producing.
And he hit his first home run, I'll say, in game 1.
Right. So he is backing it up, right? He didn't just put up, he's actually putting out. So great. What else you got?
And back into the pill. Go to the bullpen, pitched a shutout in that game 1 too.
Yeah. Good job by them. Good decision by Rob to go with the bullpen. And, of course...
Mick Gable was supposed to start, but they didn't want a chance because of the rain and stuff.
Right. And then Taiwan did a good part of the...
Annual Tanner Banks.
Banks.
And then Alan Rangel, whoever that...
Rangel. Yeah. I don't know where they pulled this guy from. I really don't know how he's on the team, but I'm glad he is.
5 shutout innings from him.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job by... what's his name?
Rangel.
Good job, Rangel. All right. Okay, what else you got?
Well, yes, but though Romano is like the one downside,
Sure, yeah, the rest of the bullpen. And Romano, right. Okay, I mean, you give up a grand slam. I mean, who's going to be happy about it, right? And
of course, Twitter, was exploding, like, get him out of town, he's no good and stuff,
Yeah, and it's what have you done for me lately? And, let's face it, the guy has had some bad outings, especially in the beginning of the year. Then it seems like he kind of settled down, found his way. And, when you're a closer or when you keep getting put in those type of situations, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some, and you're going to get picked on a little more than others because of the amount of situations that you're in. But overall, we'll keep him for now, right? I mean,
yes, because he hadn't had a bad outing in a while. So
yeah, and that's the thing about baseball, right? I mean, they keep saying it. We keep saying it. It's a long season. It's only one game. It's only one at bat. It's that one. It's that one outing. You move on from that, and because look how dismal everything looked. After the Astros series, and then coming into this, and then of course we'll talk about it. We'll bring up what's next.
Well, the Mets were swept by the Pirates, so they weren't winning games either,
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were ready to go with that next. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, right? So you get swept by the Stros, and then the Mets get swept by the Pirates, and we win 2 out of 3. against Atlanta, and we're back in the lead again,
By
right?
a game and a half now.
By a game and a half, yeah. So that's one thing you can count on is that it's going to change, and you can usually count on the Mets to
Yes.
lose, and to the Pirates yet,
Well, they said we got swept by, but then they got swept by them. So.
Yeah, right. So it makes you feel a little better, and it also makes you understand that hey, they are a major league team. They might not win as many games as everybody else, but there's players on that team, and actually their pitching staff seemed to do had a really good weekend. So, okay, next topic.
Well, Trey Turner, he's staying hot.
Yeah, Turner the burner, man. He's hot. He's having a good season. We won't talk about All-Star or anything like that because that seemed to mess everything up last year with all these All-Stars. I hope nobody makes the All-Star team this year. Maybe they got a better shot of staying hot. But yeah, he's doing really well.
Because he had 2 home runs in the first game and had an RBI today.
Yeah. And that's the thing, even though he has backed off on trying to go for the long ball, right? They do come, and they come in pairs, Good for him.
Yes, that was his 24th and 25th home run against the Braves.
Oh, okay, so he's a Braves killer.
Well, because he played for the Nationals a lot of years.
Okay, so he's faced them, I've been in the same division for now with 2 different teams, so he has a lot of games against them.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, Costi hit a home run in game 1.
Yeah, Nick Castellanos, good for him. Still not doing too well with. Could be doing better with the glove. I mean, last night I saw the. Was it last night or the game before? Yeah, he came in and took a step in, and then boom, the ball's over his head, and the guy gets a double. But overall, he's still a pretty good fielder. Personally, I don't know, man. I didn't see this before, but I think the dude's put on a couple of pounds. So, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Maybe he's taking it a little too easy and just needs to grind it out a little bit. But good for him.
I know it's at Schwarber. He's been hitting home runs. When the offense does show up, Schwarber does too. So
yeah, I mean Schwarber. He's guilty of going a little quiet, like most of the rest of the team. But for the most part, he picks it right. He does pick it back up, and he gets you those bombs, and those bombs make a big difference.
Less than Vollmer, he's getting RBIs.
Yeah. Bomer's doing well. Again, other than Turner, he's probably been our most consistent hitter, don't you think?
I agree.
Yeah, I do. And for all the grief this poor kid got, and will probably continue to get the next time he has a little slump or the Phillies are slumping and we need somebody to pick on about it.
Or when he throws his helmet.
Or when he throws his helmet, okay? And again, I've said it before. I don't have a problem with emotion. I'd rather my players have emotion.
Well, I'm just not care, because a lot of the Braves, they weren't hustling up the line in game 1 because the score was such a blowout.
Yeah,
I didn't see even the Phillies broadcasted they're not hustling.
Sure, yeah. I mean, and you see these type of things with all teams at all times and stuff, and so it's nice when it happens and you see it with the Braves and the opposing team. Yeah. We definitely like it when the Mets get swept and when the Braves lose. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
And injury updates on Nola and Harper.
Okay, yeah. And what do you got?
Nola post All-Star break return, they project it. So
yeah, and that really hasn't changed too much. I mean, they're just right now the pitching staff is looking so good that why rush him back? Okay, let's make sure he's 100%. His batteries are going to be charged, and I guarantee you he's going to be a guy. Heading down the end of the season, heading into the playoffs, he's going to be a workhorse again, and we're going to be getting some big games.
I agree.
From Nola. Yep.
The same could be said about Harper.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe this rest will be good for his wrist and that, and he'll be fully healthy, and he'll be back to hitting home runs like usual. And
yeah. Hopefully, this is something that it just needed the rest. But if it is a situation like that where it was just a matter of rest, they're going to have to keep an eye on this. And when he does come back, make sure that he is completely healed, and then keep an eye on it and make sure that maybe he needs a little break every now and then. And if he does, that he gets it. There was also a comment out there that he made, I think it was this week, saying that if because of injuries or because of platooning and things like that, if they did need somebody else to play first, that he would be willing to go back to the outfield if needed, which is something I'm personally myself am happy to hear him say, right? Because you know how I feel about that, right?
That it drove Hoskins out of town.
Yeah, it drove Hoskins out of town. He should have stayed in the outfield. Hoskins would be here, and our outfield would be more solid. I mean, definitely an outfield that has Bryce Harper in it is a better outfield, right?
Well, yes, even though Dombrowski, I think he kept him at first too because he thinks like playing in the outfield ages him faster and not like that.
Yeah, they probably thought it would extend his career and would be better for him. But to be honest with you, it really hasn't made a difference as far as injuries. He still has injuries. He's still missing time, irregardless of whether it was because he's getting hit, with pitches or whatever the situation is. Yeah. But anyway, we need him back. We're winning without him. So we're winning without both of those guys. That's just such a big positive, right? Because when they do come back, we are going to be just that much better, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, good week. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, they got swept by the Stros, but really, what is that going to mean in the long run? Anything?
Just as long as they don't make the World Series like against Houston, and
right, and then
it comes down to a tiebreaker.
And then it comes down to a tiebreaker. But then, like I just said, if they're in the World Series and it comes down to a tiebreaker, then the season must have went pretty well and things are going pretty good for that to be relevant. That means they're in the World Series. So whatever that is, they can the tiebreaker would be they would be able to overcome that. But the main thing is not get swept or get the wins against the teams in the national, right? Because those tiebreakers are going to be more important.
Well, like division, like the Braves or division, so
yeah, division, and even teams like potentially the Cubs or the Dodgers or the Cardinals or the Brewers or San Francisco, whoever potential playoff opponents could be. Those are the teams that you got to make sure that you're winning and having a good record against. So. Yeah, I'll take this week. We're on top, right? We're in top of the division.
1.5 games.
1.5 games up. So that's a good week. I mean, hey, what more do you want? We're coming up on the All-Star break, and we're in first place, and we're not even at full strength.
Well, that's because we were like 2 games out or something last week when we recorded. So
yeah. So as much as everybody wanted to jump off the cliff, and jump off the wagon. As soon as we lost that series to the Stros, it's really not that bad. The future looks bright. So, all right. Well, let's wrap this up. So remember, if you don't hate us,
like us.
Yep. And then make sure you subscribe on YouTube so that you don't miss an episode. And then follow John on Philly on the Twitter page, and he'll give you the game recaps at the end of every game. And so we're going to see you back here next week. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Phillies!